Imagine this. You are standing under the buzzing lights of a gas station after another shift that drained the last bit of patience from your body. Your feet hurt, your back is tight, your bank account is already losing the fight, and the month is not even over. You came in for the cheapest dinner you could call dinner, a bag of chips, a cold drink, something salty enough to make the night feel less empty. Then you see the lottery sign glowing behind the counter. $400 million. dollars. A number so big it does not feel like money anymore. It feels like a door. You do not believe in luck. Not really. Luck is what other people talk about when they have nothing left to control. But tonight your car needs repairs, your rent keeps climbing, and your life feels like a machine built to keep you tired. So you slide $2 across the counter and ask for one random ticket. The cashier prints it without looking up. To him, it is just paper. To you, it is a stupid little wish. You fold it into your wallet and forget about it. You go home, eat on the couch, and fall asleep with the television still talking to no one. 2 days later, you check the numbers, and your life ends. Not in the way people fear, in the way people dream about. Level 1, the winner. You look at the screen, then at the ticket, then back at the screen again. One number matches, then two, then three. By the sixth number, the room goes silent around you. Your hands start shaking, but you do not scream. You just sit there, frozen, staring at a piece of paper that suddenly weighs more than your whole life. $412 million. dollars. Yesterday, you were counting coins at a gas station. Tonight, you are holding more money than you could earn in 10,000 lifetimes. It should feel like freedom. Instead, fear crawls up your spine. You hide the ticket in a book, then in the freezer, then in your car, then back inside again. Every place feels unsafe. For the first time in your life, you are terrified of losing a piece of paper. You do not sleep. You stare at the ceiling while your old apartment sits around you like nothing has changed. The same leak, the same bills, the same tired life. But you are not the same anymore. The next morning you call in sick and search what lottery winners should do first. The answer is everywhere. Do not tell anyone. Get a lawyer. Protect your name. Protect the ticket. Protect yourself. Then you see the darker stories. Winners who lost everything. Winners who were sued, betrayed, hunted, or broken by the money they thought would save them. You close the laptop. You are rich now, and somehow you have never felt less safe. Level 2. The claimant. You thought winning would be simple. Show the ticket, smile for a photo, take the money, disappear. But the first thing you learn is that rich people do not move fast. They move carefully. Your lawyer's office is on the 22nd floor of a building you used to walk past without looking up. He charges $600 an hour, and somehow that number no longer scares you. He talks about trusts, taxes, asset protection, and privacy rules. You understand maybe half of it, but one sentence stays in your head. If you claim the prize as yourself, your life becomes public property. So you do not walk into the lottery office alone. You walk in with a lawyer, a plan, and a trust created to stand between you and the world. The building is not glamorous. No golden doors, no dramatic music, just gray carpet, tired lights, and government forms stacked on a desk. A woman scans your ticket. She does not gasp. She does not congratulate you like your life just changed forever. She simply confirms the numbers and slides paperwork toward you. Then comes the first cut. $412 million dollars becomes much less when you choose the lump sum. Then federal taxes take their share. Then state taxes come next. By the time the math is finished, the dream number has been carved down to around 118 million. It is still more money than you can understand. But somehow, you feel robbed. A week ago, you had almost nothing. Now you are angry about losing hundreds of millions you only had in your imagination. That is when you feel the first real change inside you. The money has not even reached your account yet, and already it is teaching you to think like someone else. You leave the office without a giant check, without applause, without the movie ending. Just a folder of documents, a lawyer beside you, and a secret too heavy to carry. You are no longer just a winner. You are a claimant, and the world is about to start looking for you. Level 3, the target. The money hits your account, and for a few seconds, you just stare at the screen. The number looks unreal, like the bank made a mistake and accidentally added too many zeros. But it is real. It is yours. You promised yourself you would keep quiet. Then you told your mother, then your brother, then your best friend. Only 3 people, safe people, people you trusted. But secrets do not stay small when money is attached to them. Your mother tells her sister because she is too excited to hold it in. Her sister tells someone at church. Your brother tells his wife, and she posts something vague online about miracles, blessings, and a new chapter. She does not say your name, but she does not have to. Then your phone begins to ring. Old classmates, distant cousins, an ex you have not heard from in years, a former coworker with a business idea. People say congratulations first. They tell you they are proud of you. They say you deserve it. Then comes the pause, that tiny silence where they wait for you to offer help before they have to ask. Some do not wait. They need loans paid off, medical bills covered, a car, a house deposit, a chance, an investment, a rescue. Some stories are honest, some are shameless. The worst ones are both. You start avoiding calls, you change your number, you stop going to your usual places because every conversation feels different now. Even kindness has weight. Even smiles feel like requests wearing a mask. At night, you read letters from strangers, a sick child, a burned house, a church roof, a family drowning in debt. Every envelope feels like a test you are failing. You thought money would make you powerful. Instead, it makes you responsible for pain you did not cause. You are still the same person inside, but nobody sees you anymore. They only see what you can give. Level 4. The spender. At first, spending feels like breathing after years of holding your breath. You buy the house you used to stare at online when you were broke. 6 bedrooms, a pool, a kitchen bigger than your old apartment. On the first night, you walk through the halls barefoot and listen to your footsteps echo. It should feel like victory, but the rooms are too quiet, too empty. You realize you did not buy what you needed. You bought the dream version of yourself. Then come the cars, one for you, one for fun, one for your mother. Clothes from stores where nobody checks price tags. Watches that cost more than your old car. Furniture, art, gadgets, hotel suites, first-class flights. For the first time, people call you sir. Doors open before you touch them. Menus arrive without prices, and you stop asking. Every purchase gives you a rush, but the rush gets shorter. The first car feels amazing for a week. The next one feels amazing for 3 days. Soon, expensive things become normal, faster than cheap things ever did. So you buy more, because more is the only trick your brain knows. A $200,000 car feels small beside $118 million. A $50,000 weekend feels harmless. You tell yourself you earned this after years of being tired, underpaid, and invisible. But the money is shrinking, even if you cannot feel it yet. Your lifestyle is learning how to grow faster than your fortune. And once it grows teeth, it does not stop eating. Level 5. The investor. Your lawyer introduces you to people who speak the language of wealth. They do not talk about getting rich. They talk about staying rich. In a glass office above the city, financial advisors show you charts, portfolios, bonds, index funds, real estate, and safe returns. They explain that if you spend carefully, your money can earn millions every year without you lifting a finger. Your children could be safe. Their children could be safe. The fortune could last forever. You nod like you understand everything. And for a while you listen. But then your brother-in-law wants to open a restaurant. Your old roommate has a startup idea. A man at a private party tells you about land near a beach that will triple in value. They all speak with confidence. They all make you feel chosen. Not just rich, but powerful, important. Like your money can create futures. So you say yes. Yes to the restaurant. Yes to the startup. Yes to the land deal. Yes to people you like. Yes to people you barely know. Yes, because saying no makes you feel cruel. Yes, because money has turned every refusal into a judgment. The restaurant closes in a little over a year. The startup never launches. The beach deal becomes a legal mess with missing documents and excuses that change every month. Millions disappear. Your advisors warned you. You thought they were too cautious. You thought winning money meant you had become good with money. Now you understand the difference. Having a fortune is luck. Keeping one is a skill. And you are learning that skill by bleeding. Level 6. The philanthropist. At some point, spending on yourself stops feeling good, so you start giving. You pay off your mother's house. You create college funds for your nieces and nephews. You donate to the children's hospital in your hometown, then to a shelter, then to a family who lost everything in a fire. For the first time since the ticket, the money feels useful instead of heavy. People call you generous. A local article calls you an inspiration. You almost believe it. Then your name moves through charity circles like a signal flare. Invitations arrive every week. Fundraisers, galas, emergency campaigns, private letters filled with pain. A child needs surgery. A veteran needs housing. A single mother needs treatment. A church needs repairs before winter. Every story feels real, and that is what breaks you, because now you can help. So you do. You write checks until giving no longer feels like kindness. It feels like a debt you can never finish paying. When you say yes, one person is saved. When you say no, another story follows you to bed. Eventually, you hire someone to manage the donations through a foundation. Applications, reviews, committees, rules. It works better, but it feels colder. You wanted to change lives. Somehow you built another office where people beg on paper. Level 7, the isolated 3 years pass, and your life becomes quieter than you expected. You live behind a gate now. You drive behind tinted glass. You eat in private rooms, shop in places where the doors are locked behind you, and spend most days surrounded by people who are paid to be near you. Your lawyer answers. Your accountant answers. Your assistant answers. Your trainer answers. But your old friends do not call like they used to. At first, you paid for dinner because it felt easy. Then you paid for trips, drinks, gifts, hotel rooms. They let you because saying no to a millionaire felt strange. Then being around you felt strange. Nobody said it out loud, but the money had built a glass wall between you and everyone who knew you before. Your brother barely speaks to you after his business failed. You gave him $500,000, but he believes you could have saved him with more. Dating becomes another kind of test. You wonder who searched your name, who knows the number, who wants you, and who wants access. One night, sitting across from someone who laughs at your jokes a little too carefully, you realize you no longer trust kindness. So you start seeing a therapist. You pay her $400 an hour to listen while you explain that you have everything people dream of and almost no one left to share it with. That is when the truth lands. Your life is full of services now, but empty of relationships. Level 8, the paranoid. The first lawsuit arrives after a party at your house. A man says he slipped on your driveway and wants $2 million. Your lawyer says the case is weak, almost ridiculous, but making it disappear still costs months of stress and more money than your old yearly salary. Then another lawsuit comes from a failed investment. Then another threat comes by email. Then a letter with no return address describes your car, your gate, and the time you usually leave home. Most threats are harmless, your security consultant says. Most. That word stays in your head. Soon, cameras cover every corner of your property. Motion lights blink through the night. A guard stands in your driveway while you eat dinner inside a house that no longer feels like a home. You used to dream of freedom, but now every window feels like a weakness. Every stranger feels like a calculation. Every knock on the door sends a cold line down your back. The money gave you walls, gates, lawyers, alarms, and people paid to watch the dark for you. But it also gave you something you never had when you were broke. Enemies you cannot always see. Level 9. The reckoning. 5 years after the ticket, you sit across from your wealth manager and watch him turn his laptop toward you. The number on the screen is 41 million. At first, you think you misunderstood. 41 million is still a fortune, but it is not the number you had. It is not even close. The houses, the cars, the staff, the lawsuits, the gifts, the failed investments, the donations, the taxes, the endless cost of being rich, all of it has been eating faster than you noticed. He shows you the projection. If nothing changes, the liquid money could be gone in a few years. You try to cut back. You sell the vacation house at a loss. You let the guard go. You cancel the assistant. But the main house costs too much to keep and too much to leave. Then the IRS problem appears. A deal was structured wrong. Taxes were missed. Penalties grew in silence while you trusted people who were supposed to know better. You fire one accountant and hire another, but he only finds more damage. The foundation has errors, the investments are tangled, the lifestyle is bleeding, and slowly the people paid to protect your new life begin stepping away. Your advisor moves firms. Your lawyer passes you to someone junior. Calls are returned slower. The machine you built around your fortune starts dismantling itself, piece by piece. Underneath it, there is no plan. No old job. No old friends waiting. No simple way back. You are 40 years old, watching 118 million turn into a crisis. And the worst part is not losing the money. It is realizing you never knew how to hold it. Final level, the ghost. 8 years after the win, the money is gone. Not hidden. Not invested somewhere safe. Gone. The last pieces disappear into taxes, lawyers, settlements, debts, and desperate payments made to keep a dead lifestyle breathing for one more month. You sell the house for less than you paid. You sell the cars, the watches, the art, the furniture, everything that once made you feel untouchable. Each sale feels like tearing down a museum of your own mistakes. Now you rent a small apartment, smaller than the one you had before the ticket. You drive a used car with too many miles and work in a warehouse because it is the first place that calls you back. Your body hurts faster now. The concrete floor feels harder at 42 than it did at 35. Your coworkers talk about what they would do if they ever won the lottery, and you say nothing. Your mother's house is still paid off, and that is the one thing you do not regret. Your brother still does not speak to you. Your best friend, the one who kept your secret in the beginning, still lets you sit on his couch and watch football like nothing happened. But something did happen. You were poor once without knowing luxury. Now you are poor with the memory of first-class seats, quiet hotel suites, and restaurants where prices did not matter. That memory is its own punishment. Sometimes you drive past the gas station where it started. Same lights, same counter, same little tickets promising rescue. You watch someone buy a quick pick and fold hope into their wallet. You want to warn them, but you know they would never understand. Nobody does until the fuse is already lit. In the end, the money was never the hardest part. The money was just a number, moving up, moving down, changing hands. The real damage happened around it. It changed how people looked at you. It changed how you looked at them. It turned help into pressure, friendship into suspicion, love into calculation, and freedom into something you had to guard with cameras and lawyers. You thought the ticket would erase your old problems, and for a moment it did. But then it gave you new problems with more zeros attached. Bigger rooms, bigger bills, bigger mistakes, bigger loneliness. Now you understand the truth nobody wants to hear. A sudden fortune does not create a new person. It only exposes the one already there. Every weakness grows louder. Every bad habit gets funded. Every relationship gets tested. The prize looked like a door to freedom, but it was really a mirror. And by the time you saw yourself clearly, almost everything around you had already burned. Somewhere tonight, another person is standing at a gas station counter, handing over $2 for the same dream. They imagine the house, the car, the escape, the life without fear. They do not know what they are really buying. You do. It is not just a ticket, it is a fuse.